Hello everybody, welcome to Deluxe Collectibles, and today I'm going to be doing a video ranking all of the brand new Marvel 80th Anniversary Funko Pops. There are 5 in this new line here, and they are pretty cool. I'm going to be ranking each one of them out of 5, and then the total score will be out of 25, which we will then transfer over to a percentage mark, and I will also be letting you know my want list for this line, and then just letting you know my final thoughts for it as well. Let's get straight into it here with number 5.
Surprise universe, it's me, Deadpool, Marvel Antihero Extraordinaire.
Okay, so at number 5 here we have Scarlet Witch in her first appearance, and for this one, it just doesn't really appeal to me. I'm not a huge fan of how it looks without like a mouth. I get that that's the Funko Pop style, but I feel like on some pops, it really stands out a lot and really feels like it's missing something, and on this one, I just feel like it is. I'm not a huge fan of like the coloring of this one. It's very simple, which I do understand. Obviously, it's the first appearance of a character. A lot of those are a lot more simple, but for this one it just doesn't particularly appeal to me. I'm just not a huge fan of it. I prefer the new Scarlet Witch, like the one in the MCU films, and I haven't really read a lot of the comics to do with Scarlet Witch, so I'm not sure how she is in the comics now in the present, but all I know is this version just doesn't appeal to me. So for this one, I'm going to be ranking it a 2 out of 5, mainly just because it's not one that appeals to me, but I'm still giving it a 2 out of 5 because I feel like it still accurately depicts this character, but it just doesn't really appeal to me. But now let's move on to number 4.
Surprise universe, it's me, Deadpool, Marvel Antihero Extraordinaire.
At number 4, we have the Iron Man Model 39 AAA anime exclusive, and this one is pretty cool. It's also glow-in-the-dark, so I'll have 2 images up for you guys, which are showing the glow-in-the-dark when it's like glowing, and then just when it looks standard there, and I think this one's a fairly unique design. It's just, it looks a little bit almost, not too complex, I don't want to say, but like, I don't know, I'm just, the color scheme doesn't really appeal to me. I'm not a huge fan of how the light blues, like sky blue eyes match with the gold. I don't really like that. The, like, solid coloring of the actual Iron Man suit just looks very dull to me. And then you throw in the silver on the bottom part, it just kind of looks like a hodgepodge of a whole bunch of just random colors thrown on this one. And I totally get that. Some of the Iron Man armors are very, like, much like that because Tony's just throwing together whatever he has and trying new things, experimenting, but for this one it just does not appeal to me, and that's fine because it is a AAA anime exclusive and I wouldn't be able to get that, so it's fine with me. So for this one, I'm going to be scoring it a 2.5 out of 5 because I feel like it's still an alright pop here. It's just not something that I personally want in my collection. But let's move on to number 3.
Surprise universe, it's me, Deadpool, Marvel Antihero Extraordinaire.
Alrighty, at number 3 here we have a pretty cool one. This one is the Kingpin, and I love how this one came out. I think that it looks very accurate to the comic book version of Kingpin, and I like how he has his ring right there. He's like holding it like it's his power. He has his cane there, of course, and just that suit there looks really nice. I like the purple pants there. His shoes are cool. Just overall, this one's really nice. I like the head shaping of him, and he just looks so angry, and that's just so accurate to Kingpin, at least from the comics. And I also have obviously seen Kingpin in like Daredevil. I've seen him in the Spider-Man PS4 game. I know he's the first mission in that game, but this one looks really great. I think it's very comic accurate, and that's what you have to keep in mind with these ones, are that they're all the comic book versions of the characters, so you're not going to see like an MCU version of like Kingpin or something like that, or a Netflix version, I suppose, but this one I think does the job really well, so I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. I feel like it's a pretty good addition here, and let's move on to number 2.
Surprise universe, it's me, Deadpool, Marvel Antihero Extraordinaire.
Okay, so at number 2 we have the Black Widow in her first appearance, and I just wanted to mention that Kingpin one was a specialty series exclusive as well, and Black Widow is just a common, but it is her first appearance here, and I gotta say, when I first saw this one revealed, I had no idea who the character was, so I actually had to search it up, and I was like, wow, I am really surprised this is how Black Widow debuted. It's just such a departure from her actual, like, outfit that she wears now, because it's more just sleek and just a black color scheme, but for this one I think it actually stands out in a good way. I actually like the blue that they're using. I like how it matches the I don't even know what you would call that, or eyeshadow around her eyes, I suppose, and her hair looks really cool. It's a very classic hairstyle there. She has her pearls in her ears. She has a bee right there, of course, for Black Widow. Gotta have her superhero symbol. And then just overall, I like how the black and the blue are kind of going together. I think that's pretty cool. And overall, this one's a pretty cool one to me, so I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. I think that it's about the same as the Kingpin for me. I feel like they're both equally pretty cool adaptations of these characters into the Funko form. And now let's move on to number 1.
Surprise, universe! It's me, Deadpool, Marvel Antihero Extraordinaire.
Okay, so at the number 1 spot we have Deadpool in his first appearance, but this is the metallic version, which is a box lunch exclusive, and I really love how this one turned out. Of course, I've seen the standard version, and that one's really cool as well, but this metallic version just knocks it out of the park for me. I love how they've added the extra details of it almost looking like the metallic stuff is chipping away on his suit, and how he has scratches and things like that. He's like battle damaged, which is really cool, and I like how he's holding a sword there. That's like a pirate sword, it kind of looks like, so I really like that. It's kind of goofy there, even while he's still trying to be super serious. I mean, it's probably the most serious Deadpool pop we've ever gotten, and I really love his little like pistol there, his little gun, and just overall the colors on this one work really well together. I'm a real sucker for metallic pops, so this one really stands out to me a lot. Definitely caught my eye right away when I saw the whole line revealed. So for this one, I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 5. I think that it is a pretty good lineup here, and I think that this one works really well with it, and it's a pretty cool one. So now let's move on to my want list.
Surprise, universe! It's me, Deadpool, Marvel Antihero Extraordinaire.
Okay, so for this line of Marvel 80th Anniversary Pops, there are actually none that I'm going to pick up. The only one that I would maybe consider picking up is the Deadpool in his first appearance here, the metallic one, and that's only if I could find him for maybe like, I'd say $15 is about the maximum I'd be willing to pay, because you gotta keep in mind, I live in Canada, so we don't have a box lunch, so we won't get this exclusive over here. We'll only get that at like cons and stuff like that. So it'll depend how much this one goes up in value. I know there's a lot of Deadpool pops, so maybe we'll get lucky and this one won't go super high in value, and then I'll be able to get it for a more reasonable price, like $15, but I don't think I'd be willing to go any higher than that, because I don't have any personal connection to this comic book version of Deadpool. Sure, I really like the movie version, but this one I don't really know a lot about. I've read some of the Deadpool comics, but this version, it's more just, oh, it's really cool because it's metallic, so that's kind of the appeal here for me.
Surprise, universe! It's me, Deadpool, Marvel Antihero Extraordinaire.
But overall, I feel like the line was still really well done, and for this lineup, I'm going to be giving it, out of 25, a 15. So that's a pretty good score there. In percentage, it translates over to 60%, which is still a passing mark here, so I feel like that's a pretty good score for the wave. It's not a super strong wave for me personally, because I never really read those first appearance comics, those classic ones, so none of these really have a direct connection with me, and with my Funko Pop collecting, I'm trying to only collect pops that I actually really love, like, and actually connect with me, so it's something that, like, I can actually really enjoy the source material of where it's coming from, and for the first appearance ones, I just haven't read those comics, so I have no attachment to the characters, or at least that version of the character, but that's it for this video here. Let me know your thoughts on my ranking, and let me know what your ranking is down below. There's only 5 pops here to rank, so be sure to rank them down below, or just let me know your favorite one, and let me know what other videos you would like to see on the channel. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you've made it to the end here, be sure to leave a like, and also subscribe for more videos. I've been doing a lot of ranking videos, and sometimes I do reactions as well, so keep an eye out for those. I do haul videos monthly, and just a whole bunch of cool stuff over here, so if any of that interests you, be sure to give us a look. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time, and always remember, keep on collecting.